Our planet is a breathtaking mosaic of life, a vibrant and complex world teeming with creatures of every shape and size. From the golden savannas to the shadowy depths of the rainforest, every corner of Earth is alive with a symphony of movement, color, and sound. Each region, each habitat, is a stage for a unique cast of wildlife, each species a marvel of adaptation and survival. From the smallest insect, whose delicate wings beat in perfect synchrony, to the largest whale, whose immense body glides silently through the ocean's depths, every species is a masterpiece of evolution. Insects, with their astonishing diversity, pollinate flowers, decompose organic matter, and form the foundation of countless food webs. The blue whale, the largest animal ever to exist, filters tiny krill from the water, demonstrating the power of gentle giants in shaping marine ecosystems. Rainforests, bursting with life, are home to an astonishing array of creatures: jaguars stalking the undergrowth, monkeys leaping from branch to branch, and frogs whose skin glows with warning colors. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, host a kaleidoscope of fish, crustaceans, and mollusks, each perfectly adapted to their vibrant underwater world. Across the savannah, herds of wildebeest and zebra migrate in search of water and fresh grass, their movements shaping the very landscape. Predators and prey are locked in an ancient dance, each influencing the other's evolution. The tracks left behind tell stories of survival, cooperation, and competition, weaving a tapestry of life that stretches across continents. Wildlife plays vital ecological roles. Bees and butterflies pollinate plants, ensuring the continuation of forests and meadows. Fish and aquatic insects keep rivers and lakes healthy, while birds and mammals disperse seeds, regenerate forests, and maintain the balance of their habitats. Wetland birds filter water, and otters keep aquatic ecosystems in check, each species a crucial cog in the machinery of life. The wild places of our world, towering mountains, dense forests, endless deserts, and icy tundras, are more than just landscapes. They are living reservoirs of genetic diversity, each harboring species uniquely adapted to survive in extreme conditions. In the Arctic, caribou migrate across frozen expanses, while in alpine meadows, wildflowers bloom in a riot of color, attracting specialized pollinators. In the world's highest peaks, snow leopards move with ghostly grace, their spotted coats blending seamlessly with the rocks. Ibex and mountain goats scale sheer cliffs, their hooves perfectly adapted for balance and grip. These animals are living testaments to the power of adaptation and the resilience of life in the harshest environments. The eyes of wildlife tell stories written over millions of years. The piercing gaze of a lion, the unblinking stare of an owl, the shifting independent eyes of a chameleon, all reveal unique ways of perceiving and surviving in the world. Each adaptation, from night vision to color-changing skin, is a solution to the challenges of life in the wild. Intelligence and problem-solving are not limited to humans. Elephants communicate across vast distances, mourn their dead, and remember water sources for decades. Chimpanzees and crows use tools, while octopuses display remarkable camouflage and learning abilities. These behaviors highlight the depth and complexity of animal minds. The world's great migrations are among nature's most awe-inspiring spectacles. Wildebeest thunder across the plains, schools of fish move as one, and flocks of parrots paint the sky with color. Monarch butterflies travel thousands of miles, and sardines form swirling masses in the ocean, each migration a testament to endurance, navigation, and the interconnectedness of life. Adaptations in the wild are as varied as the species themselves. Epiphytes cling to rainforest trees, drawing moisture from the air. Termites build towering mounds with intricate ventilation systems. Pitcher plants trap insects, while archerfish shoot jets of water to knock prey from overhanging branches. Each adaptation is a marvel of natural engineering. These ecosystems are the lungs, kidneys, and lifeblood of the planet, Forests purify the air, rivers and wetlands filter water, and grasslands store carbon, stabilizing the climate. Kelp forests and bogs absorb nutrients and rainfall, supporting a web of life that stretches from the tiniest microbe to the largest predator. Yet this precious tapestry of life is fragile. When habitats are lost or altered, the intricate balance is disrupted. Coral reefs bleach and die, forests fall silent, and wetlands dry up, leaving behind only the faintest traces of the life that once flourished there. The forces of change, raging wildfires, melting ice, and expanding deserts push countless species to the edge. As habitats shrink and climates shift, animals must adapt, migrate, or face extinction. The loss of even a single species can unravel entire ecosystems, with consequences that ripple far beyond the immediate landscape. Every creature that disappears is an irreplaceable loss, a unique genetic code, a set of adaptations, a role in the ecosystem gone forever. The silence that follows is profound, a haunting reminder of what once was and can never be again. The absence of wildlife leaves a void in the landscape. Empty nests, abandoned burrows, and silent forests speak of stories cut short, of lives and lineages lost to time. Yet, where wildlife endures, the world is alive with drama and beauty. Packs of wolves communicate with haunting howls. Lions rest in the shade after a hunt, and starlings swirl in mesmerizing patterns across the sky. Dolphins leap through waves, their social bonds and intelligence on full display. Survival in the wild demands resilience. Animals weather storms, endure droughts, and adapt to ever-changing conditions. Cacti bloom after rare rains. Penguins huddle for warmth in the Antarctic cold, and every creature finds its own way to persist against the odds. The ultimate predators of Earth are masters of their domains. Cheetahs sprint with unmatched speed. Crocodiles wait in perfect stillness. Eagles soar with keen eyesight, and sharks patrol the reefs with silent efficiency. Each predator shapes the populations and behaviors of their prey, maintaining the balance of nature. As the sun sets over the savannah, giraffes move in silhouette, and fireflies begin their nightly dance in the forest. The aurora shimmers above the tundra, illuminating a world where life persists in every shadow and every light. Beneath the waves, the Mediterranean teems with life. Jellyfish drift like living jewels, seahorses cling to swaying seagrass, and ancient species glide through blue depths, each adapted to a world of currents and tides. In the wetlands, flocks of birds rise in unison. Alligators glide through reeds and frogs croak from lily pads. Dragonflies dart above the water, their iridescent wings catching the light, while every reed and ripple hides a story of adaptation and survival. The savannah is home to the ultimate predators and gentle giants alike. Lionesses stalk their prey with silent precision. Elephants move in close-knit herds, leopards rest in the branches, and rhinoceroses graze in the tall grass, each species playing a vital role in the ecosystem. The unsung heroes of the wild are often the smallest. Pangolins curl into armored balls for protection, leafcutter ants build vast underground cities, and birds weave intricate nests high in the trees. These creatures, though small, are essential to the health and function of their environments. Across prairies, salt flats, snowy forests, and dense underbrush, wildlife thrives in forms as varied as the landscapes themselves. Bison graze in herds, flamingos feed in shimmering waters, foxes hunt in the snow, and lynx move silently through the shadows. Every life cycle, every transformation, is a testament to the wonder of adaptation. Butterflies emerge from chrysalises, salamanders hide beneath logs, turtles bask in the sun, and bats rest in the darkness of caves, each following ancient rhythms of life. Even the smallest and most overlooked forms of life, spiders spinning webs, mosses and lichens covering stone and bark, fungi sprouting after rain, are vital threads in the fabric of the natural world. Together they create the foundation upon which all other life depends. This is the story of Earth's irreplaceable wildlife, a story of diversity, adaptation, and resilience. It is a story written in every sunrise, every river, every living thing. The future of this wild world depends on the continued survival and flourishing of its countless inhabitants, each one a vital part of the grand tapestry of life. In the heart of the African savannah, beneath the relentless sun and amidst the endless sea of golden grass, the lion reigns supreme as the continent's most iconic predator. Their presence is felt in every rustle of the wind and every shadow that flickers across the plains. Unlike most felines, lions are deeply social creatures, forming intricate bonds and living in complex communities known as prides. These prides are not just groups, but tightly knit families, each with its own unique hierarchy and traditions. A pride can consist of as few as 3 or as many as 40 individuals, with its composition constantly shifting as cubs are born, young males depart, and new members are accepted. The pride's territory can stretch for miles, marked by scent and patrolled with vigilance. At the very heart of this social structure are the lionesses, mothers, daughters, sisters, and aunts, who form the permanent core of the pride. Their relationships are built on years of shared experience, mutual grooming, and the raising of generations of cubs. This powerful sisterhood is the engine of the pride's survival. Together they nurture the young, defend their home, and, most crucially, hunt as a seamless unit. Each hunt is a display of silent communication, with subtle glances and body language dictating every move. The bond between lionesses is unbreakable. They rest together, heads touching in quiet affection, reinforcing trust and unity. This cohesion is vital, for only through cooperation can they overcome the challenges of the wild. Within the pride, every member has a role. Lionesses are the hunters and caregivers, while males serve as protectors and defenders. Cubs learn their place through observation and play, mimicking the adults and absorbing the rules of pride life. The lioness's hunting strategies are a marvel of coordination. They fan out through the grass, using the terrain to their advantage, and communicate with soft grunts and tail flicks. Some act as drivers, flushing prey toward hidden ambushes, while others wait in silence for the perfect moment to strike. Their targets are formidable: zebra, wildebeest, and even the mighty buffalo. A hunt is a test of patience and skill. The pride may stalk for hours, inching closer with every heartbeat. When the time comes, they explode into action, each lioness knowing her role. Success depends on flawless timing and teamwork, but even then, the odds are against them. More often than not, the prey escapes. The pride's hunting success rate is less than 1 in 3, and failure means another day of hunger and waiting. The pride's males, with their imposing manes and regal bearing, play a different but equally vital role. Their presence alone is a deterrent to intruders, and their strength is called upon in times of crisis. Males patrol the boundaries of the pride's domain, marking trees and rocks with scent and roaring to announce their presence. They confront rival males and drive off scavengers like hyenas, ensuring the pride's resources remain secure. A male's roar is a proclamation of power, echoing across the savannah for miles. It warns rivals to stay away and reassures the pride of his protection. For the pride's youngest members, life is a constant balance between play and peril. Cubs tumble and wrestle, learning the skills they'll need as adults, but always under the watchful eyes of their mothers. Born blind and helpless, cubs rely entirely on their mothers for warmth, nourishment, and protection. The first weeks of life are spent hidden away, safe from the dangers that lurk beyond the thicket. As they grow, cubs are gradually introduced to the pride, where they begin to explore and interact with other members. Their curiosity is boundless, but so too are the risks they face. Danger is ever present. Hyenas, jackals, and even large birds of prey are constant threats, always searching for an unguarded cub. Yet the gravest threat often comes from within the species itself. The arrival of new males brings tension and uncertainty. When a coalition of males takes over a pride, they may kill the existing cubs. This brutal act, though harsh, is a strategy to ensure that only their own offspring will be raised by the pride's females. The loss of cubs brings the lionesses back into estrus, allowing the new males to sire the next generation and secure their lineage within the pride. The daily life of a pride is a delicate dance of survival. Every member, from the smallest cub to the oldest matriarch, plays a part in the ongoing story of the savannah. The environment itself shapes their existence. The vast grasslands provide both opportunity and challenge, with shifting herds of prey and the ever-present threat of drought or fire. Every day the pride must adapt, moving with the herds, seeking water, and defending their territory from rivals and scavengers. The mere presence of a pride can alter the behavior of entire herds of herbivores. Zebras and buffaloes keep a wary distance, their movements dictated by the lion's position and intent. Even in the most protected and isolated environments, such as the great craters and remote valleys, prides must contend with the unpredictability of nature. Disease, parasites, and sudden changes in the ecosystem can devastate even the strongest prides. In the Orinoco crater, a plague of biting flies once reduced the lion population to a handful, a stark reminder of the fragility of life on the savannah and the resilience required to endure. The African savannah is a living mosaic, a vast expanse where the drama of life unfolds in intricate patterns. Here, the land is shaped by the rhythms of rain and drought, and the pulse of survival beats strongest around the life-giving waterholes. These oases, scattered across the golden plains, are the heart of the savannah, drawing creatures great and small into a delicate, ever-shifting balance. During the relentless dry season, water becomes a precious commodity. Shrinking pools transform into crowded arenas where antelope, buffalo, and zebra gather warily, their senses heightened by the ever-present threat of predators. The air is thick with tension, as predator and prey are forced into uneasy proximity, each aware that a single misstep could mean the difference between life and death. Towering above all, the African elephant reigns as the undisputed giant of the savannah. These gentle titans move in matriarchal herds, their social bonds forged over decades. The matriarch leads her family to water, her memory guiding them across vast distances, ensuring the survival of the next generation. An adult elephant can consume up to 80 gallons of water in a single day, their trunks working tirelessly to quench their immense thirst. Their presence at the waterhole is commanding, and even the boldest predators give them a wide berth. Elephants are more than just consumers. They are architects of the savannah. With powerful tusks and feet, they dig deep into dry riverbeds, unearthing hidden water and creating new pools. These oases become lifelines for countless other species, from warthogs to birds who flock to drink from the wells the elephants leave behind. The impact of elephants ripples through the ecosystem. By toppling trees and clearing brush, they open up the landscape, allowing grasses to flourish and supporting grazers across the plains. Yet despite their vital role, elephant populations have plummeted since the 1960s, leaving the savannah forever changed. Alongside the elephants, other giants navigate the savannah's challenges. Each species has carved out its own niche, adapting to the harsh realities of this environment. The giraffe, with its impossibly long neck and legs, is a marvel of evolution. Its height allows it to browse leaves beyond the reach of other herbivores, but this advantage comes with a cost. To drink, a giraffe must awkwardly splay its legs and lower its head, a vulnerable posture that exposes it to lurking predators. Every sip is a calculated risk, and the giraffe's vigilance is constant. To reduce the danger, giraffes often choose the hottest hours of midday to drink, when lions and other hunters are least active, seeking shade from the relentless sun. The act of drinking is a physiological feat. A complex network of blood vessels in the giraffe's neck regulates blood flow, preventing fainting as it lowers and raises its head, a remarkable adaptation to its unique lifestyle. The black rhinoceros, solitary and enigmatic, is another of the savanna's giants. Unlike the social elephant, the black rhino prefers solitude, moving quietly through the bush. It can survive for days without water, drawing moisture from the succulent plants it consumes. When it does approach the water's edge, it coats itself in mud, creating a protective barrier against the sun and biting insects. But the waterhole is not just a sanctuary for herbivores, it is also the domain of Africa's most formidable hunters, each with its own strategies and strengths. The spotted hyena, often dismissed as a scavenger, is in fact a skilled and relentless predator. Up to 95% of its diet comes from its own kills, and its hunting tactics are as varied as the prey it pursues. Hyenas live in large matriarchal clans where cooperation and competition go hand in hand. Their jaws are the strongest of any land mammal, capable of crushing bone to extract every last nutrient. This ability allows them to consume parts of a carcass that others leave behind, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Communication within the clan is complex. The hyena's iconic laugh is a sophisticated vocalization, signaling excitement, submission, or status within the group. These calls echo across the plains, a constant reminder of the clan's presence. In contrast, the leopard is a solitary phantom, moving silently through the shadows. Its strength is legendary, and its ability to climb sets it apart from other big cats. After a successful hunt, the leopard drags its prey, sometimes heavier than itself, high into the branches of a tree. There it feasts in solitude, safe from the prying jaws of lions and hyenas below. This behavior not only secures its meal but also shapes the food chain, as scraps that fall to the ground feed a host of smaller scavengers. Beneath the still surface of the water, another hunter waits, the Nile crocodile. This ancient reptile is the ultimate ambush predator, perfectly adapted to its aquatic realm. Growing over 16 feet in length, the crocodile can remain motionless for hours, its eyes and nostrils barely breaking the surface. It waits with infinite patience for the perfect moment to strike. When an unsuspecting animal approaches to drink, the crocodile explodes from the water in a burst of power, seizing its prey and dragging it beneath the surface. This sudden violence is a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in every corner of the savannah. Sharing the water with the crocodile is the hippopotamus, a creature of surprising complexity. Despite its bulk and seemingly placid demeanor, the hippo is fiercely territorial and among the most dangerous animals in Africa. Hippos spend their days submerged, their sensitive skin shielded from the sun by the cool embrace of the water. Only their eyes, ears, and nostrils break the surface, ever alert to the movements of neighbors and rivals. As dusk falls, hippos emerge from the water to graze on the savannah's grasses, traveling well-worn paths between feeding grounds and their aquatic homes. Their nightly journeys fertilize the ecosystem, enriching the water with nutrients and supporting a web of aquatic life. In this intricate tapestry, every species plays a role. The giants shape the land, the hunters keep populations in check, and the scavengers ensure nothing is wasted. Relationships are complex, sometimes competitive, sometimes symbiotic, but always vital to the health of the savannah. Here, the struggle for survival is relentless, and the balance of life is maintained by the constant interplay of giants and hunters, each woven into the fabric of this extraordinary world. The Mediterranean Sea is a body of water unlike any other on Earth. Its shimmering expanse stretches over 2.5 million square kilometers, bordered by a mosaic of coastlines that cradle a world of natural wonders. Nestled between the continents of Europe, Africa, and Asia, the Mediterranean is the world's largest semi-enclosed sea. Its unique geography has given rise to a remarkable ecosystem, shaped by the interplay of land and water, wind and sun, for millions of years. The Mediterranean's natural history is a tale of dramatic geological transformations. Over eons, tectonic forces sculpted its basin, creating a patchwork of deep trenches, shallow shelves, and rugged coastlines. The region's geology is a living record of ancient upheavals, with limestone cliffs, volcanic islands, and shifting sands bearing witness to the restless power of the Earth. Around 5.9 million years ago, tectonic shifts closed its connection to the Atlantic Ocean, causing the sea to nearly dry up in an event known as the Messinian salinity crisis. Vast salt flats and barren landscapes replaced the once thriving waters, leaving behind thick deposits of minerals that still shape the region's chemistry today. Then, in a cataclysmic event called the Zanclean Flood, the Atlantic burst through the Strait of Gibraltar, refilling the basin in a matter of months or years. This deluge restored the sea, setting the stage for the evolution of its extraordinary ecosystem. Today, the Mediterranean is a vibrant tapestry of life. Its waters are unusually clear and warm, bathed in sunlight for much of the year. The sea's climate is defined by hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters, creating a rhythm that shapes every living thing within its embrace. Beneath the surface, the Mediterranean is a world of contrasts. Deep underwater canyons plunge into darkness, while sunlit shallows are carpeted with lush seagrass meadows and vibrant coral gardens. These habitats provide shelter and food for a dazzling array of creatures. The sea is home to over 17,000 marine species, making it one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet. Schools of colorful fish dart among the rocks, while octopuses and cuttlefish blend seamlessly with their surroundings. Crustaceans scuttle across the seafloor, and sea turtles glide gracefully through the water. Dolphins and porpoises patrol the open waters, their playful leaps a common sight. The Mediterranean monk seal, one of the world's rarest marine mammals, finds refuge in secluded caves along the coast. Countless invertebrates, from spiny sea urchins to delicate jellyfish, form the foundation of the food web. Many of these species are found nowhere else on Earth. The Mediterranean's limited connection to the Atlantic has fostered the evolution of unique life forms, from brilliantly colored wrasses to tiny endemic crustaceans. Each is a product of millions of years of isolation and adaptation. The Mediterranean's climate is as distinctive as its wildlife. Warm, sun-drenched summers and gentle winters create ideal conditions for a rich diversity of plants and animals. Along the coasts, salt-tolerant shrubs and aromatic herbs thrive, while underwater, vast meadows of Posidonia oceanica seagrass provide vital habitat and oxygen for marine life. The region's natural history is written in its rocks, its waters, and its living inhabitants. From the ancient forests of kelp to the intricate reefs of coralligenous algae, every corner of the Mediterranean tells a story of survival, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature. The Mediterranean is a living laboratory of evolution, a reservoir of genetic diversity that has persisted through countless changes in climate and geography. Its species have developed remarkable adaptations to survive in waters that are warmer, saltier, and more variable than those of the open ocean. In the absence of human presence, the Mediterranean's natural rhythms prevail. Predators and prey engage in an endless dance, plankton blooms follow the turning of the seasons, and the tides shape the coastline in a ceaseless cycle of renewal. This is the Mediterranean in its purest form, a sea of sunlight and shadow, of ancient rocks and living reefs, of creatures great and small, all woven together in a web of life that is as fragile as it is magnificent. The Mediterranean Sea, a cradle of biodiversity, is a realm of astonishing marine marvels. Its deep blue waters shimmer with life, sheltering a dazzling array of species, each uniquely adapted to this ancient, semi-enclosed sea. Here, the interplay of warm currents, rocky coastlines, and nutrient-rich upwellings creates a vibrant ecosystem where predators and prey are locked in a delicate, ever-evolving dance. Among the most formidable inhabitants are the orcas, or killer whales. These apex predators, the largest members of the dolphin family, glide through the Mediterranean with a grace that belies their immense power. Their striking black and white coloration is unmistakable, and their intelligence is legendary. In the narrow Strait of Gibraltar, a unique pod of orcas has developed a culture all its own. These orcas are highly social, living in tight-knit family groups that communicate with a complex array of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls. Each pod possesses its own dialect, a signature language passed down through generations, reflecting their intricate social bonds and regional identity. These orcas have honed remarkable hunting strategies, targeting the swift and powerful Atlantic bluefin tuna. Working together, they coordinate their movements with precision, using their acute echolocation to track the tuna's every move. Their cooperative hunting displays not only their intelligence but also the strength of their familial ties, as older orcas teach the young the secrets of the hunt. The transmission of these hunting techniques from one generation to the next is a testament to the orca's cultural complexity. Calves observe and mimic their elders, learning not just how to hunt, but also how to navigate the social intricacies of pod life, greeting rituals, play, and even moments of quiet companionship. Their vocalizations echo through the water, each call a thread in the tapestry of orca society. These dialects are so distinct that scientists can identify individual pods by their unique acoustic signatures, revealing a world of communication as rich and nuanced as any found on land. The orca's primary quarry, the Atlantic bluefin tuna, is itself a marvel of evolution. These fish are among the fastest and most powerful in the sea, their torpedo-shaped bodies built for explosive bursts of speed and endurance. Bluefin tuna can grow to over 10 feet in length and weigh nearly 2,000 pounds. Their muscles are densely packed with red fibers, enabling them to chase prey across vast distances and leap spectacularly from the water in pursuit of smaller fish. Uniquely, bluefin tuna are warm-blooded, maintaining a body temperature higher than the surrounding water. This adaptation gives them a metabolic edge, allowing for sustained high-speed chases and long migrations across the Mediterranean and beyond. Each year, bluefin tuna undertake epic migrations, traversing thousands of miles to return to their natal spawning grounds. In the Mediterranean, they gather in great schools, their synchronized movements a breathtaking spectacle of nature's precision. As keystone predators, bluefin tuna play a vital role in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystem. Their presence regulates populations of smaller fish, ensuring the health and stability of the food web. The Mediterranean is also home to the mighty sperm whale, the largest toothed predator on Earth. These gentle giants are masters of the deep, capable of diving to depths exceeding 3,000 feet in search of prey. Sperm whales are deep-diving specialists, their bodies perfectly adapted for life in the abyss. They hunt giant squid and other elusive creatures of the deep, using powerful bursts of sound to navigate and locate prey in the pitch-black waters far below the sunlit surface. The sperm whale's massive head houses the spermaceti organ, a remarkable structure that aids in echolocation. By producing the loudest clicks in the animal kingdom, sperm whales can see with sound, mapping the dark ocean depths and communicating with distant companions. Sharing these waters is the great white shark, a symbol of raw power and evolutionary perfection. With rows of serrated teeth and a streamlined body, the great white is the Mediterranean's ultimate predator, patrolling the open sea in search of prey. Great whites are solitary hunters, relying on keen senses to detect the faintest traces of blood or movement. Their presence at the top of the food chain helps regulate populations of seals, fish, and other marine animals, maintaining the ecological balance of the Mediterranean. In these waters, the only natural threat to the great white is the orca. When these two titans meet, the outcome is a rare but dramatic display of nature's hierarchy, underscoring the fragile balance of predator and prey. Yet, not all Mediterranean residents are giants or hunters. The sea teems with smaller fish, invertebrates and gentle grazers, each playing a crucial role in the ecosystem's intricate web. The Mediterranean monk seal, the world's rarest seal, is a shy and elusive inhabitant of remote sea caves and rocky shores. With their large, soulful eyes and silvery coats, these seals are perfectly adapted to a life of solitude and stealth, venturing out at night to hunt fish and cephalopods. Monk seal pups are born in hidden caves, where they are nurtured by their mothers until strong enough to swim in open water. Their survival is a delicate balance, dependent on the preservation of their secluded habitats and the abundance of prey. Another gentle marvel is the loggerhead sea turtle. These ancient navigators traverse the Mediterranean, guided by the Earth's magnetic field. After decades at sea, females return to the very beaches where they hatched, laying eggs in the warm sand and continuing a cycle that has endured for millions of years. The Mediterranean is also home to a variety of dolphins, including the striking Risso's dolphin. These social creatures are easily recognized by the white scars that crisscross their bodies, marks left by the teeth of companions during play and social interactions. Each scar tells a story, a living record of the dolphin's life and relationships within its pod. Their playful leaps and synchronized swimming are a testament to the joy and complexity of life beneath the waves. Beneath the shimmering surface of the Mediterranean, a silent upheaval is underway. The intricate web of life that has flourished here for millennia is now under siege from a formidable new presence. An invader whose arrival has set off a cascade of ecological consequences. The red lionfish, with its striking stripes and flowing fins, is a marvel of natural design, yet beneath its beauty lies a potent arsenal, venomous spines, and a predatory instinct honed in the Indo-Pacific, far from these Mediterranean shores. The lionfish's journey began in distant waters, but its first appearance in the Mediterranean, off the coast of Israel, in 1991, marked the start of a slow but relentless expansion. The Suez Canal, a watery corridor between continents, provided a gateway for this species to enter a new world. For years, the lionfish remained a rare curiosity, its numbers too small to cause alarm. But as conditions shifted, its population surged, transforming it from an oddity into a dominant force. By 2024, lionfish had become a common sight along rocky coastlines and seagrass beds, their numbers multiplying with astonishing speed. In the eastern Adriatic, the invasion reached a new intensity. Over 120 individuals were recorded in just 6 months of 2024, a clear sign that the lionfish had not only arrived, but was thriving and expanding its territory. The lionfish is a master of invasion. Its body is shielded by 18 venomous spines, a formidable defense that deters nearly all native predators. Its hunting strategy is equally effective. Using its wide pectoral fins to herd and corner prey, it strikes with lightning speed. These venomous spines are not just a deterrent, they are a declaration of dominance, allowing the lionfish to move through the reef with impunity, unchallenged by the local hunters. The reproductive prowess of the lionfish is equally remarkable. A single female can release tens of thousands of eggs every few days, each one drifting on ocean currents to colonize new habitats. This relentless reproduction ensures that the invasion is not just sustained, but accelerated. The combination of impenetrable defenses and explosive reproduction allows the lionfish to outcompete native species for space and resources. Native fish, unaccustomed to such a predator, are easily displaced or consumed. Lionfish are voracious hunters, preying on a wide array of small fish and crustaceans. Many of these species are crucial to the health of the ecosystem, serving as both prey and as regulators of the reef's delicate balance. As lionfish numbers grow, their relentless predation sends shockwaves through the food web. Populations of small fish dwindle, and the intricate relationships that have stabilized the Mediterranean for centuries begin to unravel. The impact on reef health is profound. With fewer small fish to graze on algae, the balance tips. Algae, once kept in check, begin to smother corals and other reef builders, leading to a decline in biodiversity and the collapse of complex habitats. Among the lionfish's preferred prey are the small, algae-grazing fish that act as the reef's gardeners. These herbivores are essential, constantly nibbling away at algae and preventing it from overwhelming the corals. Without these grazers, algae growth accelerates. The once vibrant, colourful reefs become choked with monotonous green, their structural complexity and diversity fading away. As lionfish continue to consume these vital herbivores, the unchecked spread of algae further degrades the reef, creating a feedback loop that accelerates the decline of the entire ecosystem. The transformation is stark. Where once there were bustling, colourful reefs teeming with life, now there are barren stretches dominated by algae, the diversity of species and interactions drastically reduced. The lionfish, with its mesmerizing appearance, conceals the devastation it brings. Its presence is a harbinger of change, a signal that the ecosystem's defenses have been breached. Yet the lionfish is not alone. The Mediterranean has become a battleground for many invasive species, each one altering the balance in its own way. Rabbitfish, for example, graze down seaweed forests, while jellyfish blooms disrupt food chains and outcompete native plankton feeders. The sea itself is changing. Shifts in temperature, salinity, and currents create new opportunities for invaders, while native species struggle to adapt to the rapidly transforming environment. As the Mediterranean warms, tropical species find new homes, expanding their ranges and competing with established residents. Native fish, adapted to cooler waters, face mounting stress and shrinking habitats. Marine heat waves, once rare, now arrive with increasing frequency and intensity. These episodes of extreme warmth disrupt breeding cycles, weaken corals, and favor the spread of heat-tolerant invaders. The Mediterranean's ancient habitats are further strained by pollution and the loss of key species. As habitats degrade, the resilience of the ecosystem weakens, making it even more vulnerable to the pressures of invasion and environmental change. The lionfish invasion is a vivid illustration of how a single species can tip the balance, setting off a chain reaction that reverberates through every level of the ecosystem. The Mediterranean, once a cradle of stability and diversity, now faces a future shaped by the relentless advance of invaders and the shifting tides of change. Far from the Mediterranean, the wetlands of the Americas unfold as living tapestries, each teeming with a breathtaking array of life forms and intricate ecological relationships. At the southern tip of Florida, the Everglades stretches out as a shimmering river of grass, a vast, slow-moving sheet of water that glides southward, shaping a landscape unlike any other on Earth. Here, endless fields of sawgrass sway in the breeze, their slender blades forming dense marshes that provide shelter and food for countless creatures. Towering cypress domes rise from the watery expanse, their buttressed trunks and feathery leaves creating cool, shaded refuges. Along the coast, tangled mangrove forests extend their roots into brackish water, forming labyrinthine nurseries for marine life. The Everglades is a realm of constant transformation, shaped by the seasonal pulse of rainfall and drought. During the wet season, water spills over the land, flooding the prairies and replenishing the marshes. In the dry season, the water recedes, concentrating life around shrinking pools and sloughs. At the heart of this ecosystem are the periphyton mats, complex communities of algae, bacteria, and detritus that float atop the water. These mats form the foundation of the food web, nourishing invertebrates and small fish, which in turn sustain larger predators. The American alligator, a master of stealth, glides silently through the sloughs, its armored body barely rippling the surface. It is both predator and ecosystem engineer, creating alligator holes that retain water during the dry season, providing refuge for fish, turtles, and birds. Wading birds abound. Great egrets, roseate spoonbills, and woodstorks stalk the shallows, their long legs and sharp beaks perfectly adapted for snaring fish, frogs, and crustaceans. The Everglades is a sanctuary for the secretive Florida panther, which moves silently through the pinelands and hardwood hammocks, preying on deer and wild hogs. In the deeper channels, the gentle West Indian manatee drifts among the aquatic vegetation, grazing on water, hyacinth, and eelgrass. Its slow, deliberate movements belie a life spent in constant search of food and warm water. The anhinga, or snakebird, is a master of underwater hunting. With its slender neck and dagger-like beak, it pursues fish beneath the surface, impaling them with swift, precise strikes before tossing them into the air and swallowing them whole. Along the mangrove fringes, the roots form a tangled maze that shelters juvenile fish, crabs, and even young sandbar sharks. Here, predator and prey are locked in a delicate dance. Tiny fish dart among the roots, evading the swift strikes of larger hunters. The apple snail, a keystone species, lays its bright pink eggs on reeds and grasses. The limpkin, a wading bird with a curved bill, specializes in extracting these snails from their shells, its diet closely tied to the snail's abundance. Every species, from the smallest insect to the largest reptile, plays a role in maintaining the balance of this intricate ecosystem. Predator-prey relationships are finely tuned. Herons hunt fish, raccoons raid bird nests, and alligators keep populations of turtles and fish in check. Journeying south to the Orinoco Basin, the landscape transforms into a vast network of rivers, flooded forests, and sprawling savannas stretching across Colombia and Venezuela. Here, the Orinoco crocodile reigns supreme. This colossal reptile, with its elongated snout and powerful jaws, lurks along muddy banks and in deep channels, waiting in ambush for fish, capybaras, and even unwary birds that venture too close to the water's edge. These ancient predators can reach lengths of over 20 feet, their armored bodies and crushing bite force making them the undisputed apex predators of the river system. The waters themselves teem with life. Schools of piranhas patrol the shallows, their razor-sharp teeth capable of stripping flesh in seconds. Armored catfish graze on algae, while the electric eel lurks in the murk, stunning prey with powerful electric discharges. The giant otter, the world's largest otter species, is a social and formidable hunter. Living in tight-knit family groups, they communicate with a chorus of whistles and growls, coordinating their efforts to corral fish and defend their territory from rivals. Their playful antics, chasing, wrestling, and sliding down muddy banks, mask their efficiency as predators. Working together, they can outmaneuver even the swiftest fish, and their presence keeps the balance of the aquatic ecosystem in check. Along the riverbanks, herds of capybaras graze on lush grasses and aquatic plants. These gentle giants, the world's largest rodents, are perfectly adapted to a semi-aquatic life, their webbed feet and dense fur allowing them to swim and dive with ease. Capybaras are a keystone prey species, their abundance supporting a host of formidable predators. Jaguars stalk them from the shadows, anacondas lie in wait beneath the water, and Orinoco crocodiles patrol the banks, each predator playing a vital role in the food web. The jaguar, with its powerful jaws and stealthy approach, is capable of taking down even the largest capybara. The green anaconda, the world's heaviest snake, coils silently in the shallows, ready to ambush unsuspecting prey. The Orinoco crocodile, ever watchful, completes this triad of apex hunters. In the flooded forests, pink river dolphins glide through submerged trees, using echolocation to hunt for fish and crustaceans. Their intelligence and agility make them formidable hunters in these labyrinthine waters. The gallery forests that line the Orinoco are alive with color and sound. Bromeliads and orchids cling to ancient trees, while troops of howler monkeys and flocks of macaws move through the canopy, their calls echoing across the water. The Everglades and the Orinoco Basin are worlds of astonishing complexity, where every plant and animal is woven into a web of life. Here, predator and prey, plant and animal, water and land all exist in a delicate balance, each dependent on the other for survival. These wetlands stand as living testaments to the power and beauty of nature, their stories written in the tracks of panthers, the ripples of otters, and the silent glide of crocodiles beneath the surface. Across the globe, from the sun-drenched plains of Africa to the shadowy depths of tropical rivers, the planet's ultimate predators are locked in a constant struggle for survival. Their existence is shaped by a complex web of environmental challenges, fierce interspecies competition, and the relentless need to adapt to ever-changing conditions. In the rivers, crocodiles and jaguars must contend with fluctuating water levels, unpredictable currents, and the seasonal scarcity of prey. Droughts can shrink their hunting grounds, while floods may disperse their quarry, forcing these predators to develop remarkable patience and stealth. The most fundamental challenge is the loss and transformation of natural habitats. As forests recede and grasslands shift, predators must constantly adjust their territories, seeking out new areas where prey is abundant and shelter is available. The encroachment of open spaces and the disappearance of dense cover can leave ambush predators exposed, making hunting more difficult and increasing their vulnerability to rivals. Fragmented landscapes create isolated pockets of territory where predators may become trapped, unable to roam freely in search of food or mates. This isolation can lead to inbreeding and a decline in genetic diversity, weakening populations over time. A lion pride, for example, requires a vast expanse of grassland to support its cooperative hunting strategies. When prey migrates or herds dwindle, the pride must travel farther, risking encounters with rival groups or other formidable carnivores. Solitary hunters like leopards are especially sensitive to changes in their environment. They rely on stealth and secrecy, and any disruption to their territory can force them into direct competition with other predators or into less suitable habitats where survival is uncertain. Natural barriers such as rivers, cliffs, and dense forests once defined predator territories. Now, shifting landscapes and altered migration routes can cut off access to vital resources, making it harder to find food, water, and safe denning sites. In these challenging conditions, predators must become opportunists, adapting their hunting techniques and diets to whatever prey is available, even if it means targeting less nutritious or more elusive animals. Maintaining healthy populations is a constant battle. Predators must protect their young from starvation, disease, and attacks by rival carnivores, all while ensuring that their offspring inherit the skills needed to survive. Interspecies competition is fierce. Predators often find themselves in direct conflict with others over territory, prey, and water. Lions may clash with hyenas, leopards with wild dogs, and crocodiles with large fish or even other crocodiles. When prey is scarce, these confrontations can become deadly, with the strongest and most adaptable individuals prevailing. Some predators, like cheetahs, must avoid larger, more aggressive carnivores that can steal their kills or threaten their cubs. This constant vigilance shapes their behavior, forcing them to hunt at different times or in less optimal areas. Even apex predators are not immune to the pressures of disease and parasites, which can sweep through populations and decimate numbers, especially when animals are stressed or malnourished. The balance of predator and prey is delicate. If prey populations crash due to drought, disease, or overpredation, predators must either move on, adapt, or face starvation. This natural ebb and flow can lead to dramatic declines in predator numbers, especially for those species that reproduce slowly or have specialized diets. Adaptation is key. Some predators develop new hunting strategies, shift their ranges, or alter their social structures to cope with changing conditions. Others may form temporary alliances or exploit new food sources, demonstrating remarkable flexibility in the face of adversity. The ability to learn and innovate is often the difference between survival and extinction. Predators that can quickly adapt to new challenges are more likely to thrive, while those that cannot may disappear from the landscape. Environmental pressures are compounded by the unpredictable forces of nature. Storms, wildfires, and droughts can reshape entire ecosystems in a matter of days, forcing predators to move, adapt, or perish. Climate change is an ever-present threat, altering weather patterns and shifting the boundaries of suitable habitat. Prolonged droughts can dry up waterholes, while unseasonal rains may disrupt breeding cycles and prey availability. As rivers shrink and grasslands wither, predators must travel greater distances to find sustenance, increasing the risk of exhaustion and conflict with other carnivores. Scarcity of water and food leads to heightened competition, with only the most resourceful and resilient individuals able to survive prolonged hardship. In these times, predators may be forced to hunt weaker or less traditional prey, further altering the balance of the ecosystem. In the oceans, rising temperatures are devastating coral reefs, the foundation of countless marine food webs. As reefs bleach and die, the abundance of fish and other prey species plummets, leaving marine predators with fewer options. The collapse of these ecosystems can trigger cascading effects, with predators forced to migrate, adapt, or face starvation. Some species, like the lionfish, thrive in these altered conditions, outcompeting native predators and disrupting established food chains. For species like the loggerhead turtle, environmental pressures extend even to reproduction. The temperature of the sand where eggs are laid determines the sex of hatchlings, and warming beaches are causing dangerous imbalances. With more females than males being born, the long-term viability of populations is threatened, making adaptation and resilience more critical than ever. Some turtles may shift nesting sites or alter nesting times, but these changes are not always enough to counteract the effects of a rapidly changing climate. The struggle for balance continues, with each generation facing new and unpredictable challenges. The fate of these predators depends on their ability to adapt, innovate, and endure. Natural threats, such as disease outbreaks and competition for resources, can be just as devastating as any external force. Predators must also contend with the risk of injury or death during hunts, as prey animals evolve new defenses and strategies of their own. The arms race between predator and prey is never-ending, driving the evolution of sharper senses, greater speed, and more cunning tactics. In the oceans, bycatch and entanglement in natural debris can claim the lives of even the most powerful hunters, especially those that reproduce slowly and cannot quickly replace lost individuals. For species like the great white shark or Orinoco crocodile, the loss of even a few adults can have a profound impact on the stability of their populations. The disappearance of top predators can trigger imbalances throughout the ecosystem, leading to overpopulation of certain species and the decline of others. All these pressures, environmental, competitive, and evolutionary, combine to create a perfect storm, testing the limits of adaptation and resilience. Yet it is these very challenges that have shaped the extraordinary diversity and ingenuity of the world's predators, forging creatures that are both formidable and fragile. Their continued survival is a testament to the power of adaptation, and their presence remains vital to the health and balance of every ecosystem on Earth. Across the vast tapestry of the planet, from the golden grasslands of the African savanna to the shimmering blue of the Mediterranean Sea, and through the lush, life-filled wetlands of the Americas, a profound story unfolds. These landscapes are not merely backdrops. They are living, breathing worlds, each woven together by countless threads of life. Within these realms, every creature, from the swift predator to the gentle grazer, plays a vital role. The heron poised at sunrise, the antelope grazing in the open plains, and the silent hunter moving through the reeds. Each is a guardian of balance, a keeper of ancient rhythms. The giants that roam the earth, the delicate wings that flutter on the breeze, and the quiet songbirds that perch beside the mighty all share a common purpose. They are the architects of biodiversity, shaping the world through their presence and their actions. The lion's thunderous roar echoes across the plains, a symbol of strength and the intricate web of predator and prey. Beneath the waves, the whale's haunting song travels for miles, a call that binds the ocean's inhabitants together. The crocodile, patient and still, is a silent sentinel of the riverbanks, a living relic of ancient times. These wonders are not isolated marvels. They are the pulse of thriving ecosystems, the very heartbeats that sustain the wild. The pride of lions, the surfacing whale, the watchful crocodile, each is a testament to the power and fragility of nature's balance. These animals are not distant figures in a forgotten tale. They are the living foundation of the world's wild places. Their existence shapes the land, the water, and the air. Their struggles and triumphs ripple outward, affecting every living thing that shares their home. The loss of even one species can unravel the delicate tapestry, sending shockwaves through the ecosystem. The threats that loom, vanishing forests, parched earth, and poisoned waters, are wounds upon the wild. Each scar weakens the intricate connections that sustain life, eroding the resilience of entire ecosystems. The choking smoke, the spreading oil, the rising heat, these are the forces that threaten the balance, pushing countless species to the brink. Yet, within the wild there is a will to endure, a drive to adapt and survive. In the face of adversity, the wild reveals its resilience. Protected marine sanctuaries in the Mediterranean become havens for life to flourish once more, while the restoration of ancient wetlands breathes new hope into the land. The return of the Orinoco crocodile to its river home, the quiet resurgence of the Mediterranean monk seal, these are victories for the wild, proof that life can recover when given the chance. Each act of renewal, each life restored, strengthens the web of biodiversity. Every species, no matter how small or elusive, is a vital thread in the fabric of existence. The work of the wild is never simple. It is a symphony of adaptation, cooperation, and competition, a dance of survival that demands resilience, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of balance. The wild thrives not through dominance, but through harmony, each creature giving and taking, shaping and being shaped by the world around it. The act of giving back, of nurturing and restoring is woven into the very essence of nature. The protection of wild places and the beings that dwell within them is a sacred trust. It is a testament to the value of life itself, a recognition that every existence holds meaning. Curiosity sparks the journey, an endless quest to understand the mysteries of the wild, to marvel at the wonders that unfold in every corner of the earth. Knowledge deepens appreciation, revealing the profound value of every species, every ecosystem, every fleeting moment of life. Empathy bridges the gap between species, affirming the intrinsic worth of all living things. The wild is not a resource to be used, but a community to be cherished. Action is the heartbeat of protection. Every effort to restore, to heal, to defend the wild is a step toward balance. Every act of stewardship, every choice that favors the flourishing of life, strengthens the resilience of the wild. The smallest decisions ripple outward, shaping the future of forests, rivers, oceans, and skies. The ultimate predators, the gentle giants, the hidden wonders, these are not echoes of a vanished world. They are the living legacy of the wild, the guardians of balance and beauty. Their continued presence is a promise, a future where the wild endures vibrant and whole. The fate of the wild rests in the strength of its own diversity, in the unbroken chain of life that stretches from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator. Let the wild be the force that turns the tide, that heals the wounds of the past, and ensures that the lion's roar, the leap of the dolphin, and the silent flight of the butterfly will continue to inspire awe for all the ages to come. The wild is its own guardian, its own legacy. Let it endure. As daylight fades and shadows stretch across the landscape, the wild transforms. A new caste of hunters awakens, their world cloaked in darkness and mystery. These are the nocturnal predators, masters of the night, silent and unseen, yet essential to the balance of their ecosystems. In the dense forests of the Amazon, the jaguar stalks beneath a moonlit canopy. Its rosette-patterned coat melts into the dappled shadows, while powerful jaws and silent paws make it the undisputed king of the night. With vision adapted to low light and a sense of hearing attuned to the faintest rustle, the jaguar ambushes its prey in a single explosive leap, relying on patience and precision rather than speed. Across the African savanna, another drama unfolds. Under the cover of darkness, a pride of lions begins its nightly hunt. While the daytime heat keeps them at rest, the cool night air stirs them into action. Working together, the pride uses coordinated tactics, flanking, circling, and driving prey into carefully laid traps. Their eyes reflect the starlight, each feline pupil wide to capture the faintest glimmer. The night belongs to the lion, whose low growls and silent movements turn the grasslands into a theater of stealth and power. In the arid deserts, the fennec fox emerges from its burrow. Its oversized ears act as radar dishes, detecting the subtle movements of insects and rodents beneath the sand. Every adaptation, from its pale coat that blends with moonlit dunes to its padded feet that silence its steps, is a testament to life shaped by darkness. Beneath the waves, nocturnal predators are equally impressive. The reef octopus, a master of disguise, glides silently through the coral labyrinth. Its skin shifts color and texture in an instant, mimicking rocks or drifting seaweed as it stalks crustaceans and fish. With arms outstretched and senses heightened, the octopus becomes a phantom of the night, striking with precision before vanishing into the gloom. In the forests of the north, the great horned owl rules the treetops. Its flight is ghostly silent thanks to specialized feathers that muffle every beat of its wings. With forward-facing eyes and razor-sharp talons, the owl swoops down on unsuspecting mice and rabbits below. Its calls echo through the branches, a haunting chorus that signals the night's reign. Each of these nocturnal predators is a marvel of adaptation. Enhanced senses, night vision, acute hearing, and a finely tuned sense of smell replace the reliance on sight alone. Camouflage and stealth are perfected art forms, allowing these hunters to move unseen through their domains. But their role is far greater than their prowess alone. By keeping prey populations in check, nocturnal predators maintain the delicate balance of the food web. They shape the behaviors of other creatures, driving the rhythms of life after dark. Their silent patrols ensure that no corner of the wild is ever truly still, even in the deepest hours of the night. From the rainforest floor to the ocean depths, from silent wings to padded paws, the secret lives of nocturnal predators reveal a hidden world, one of ingenuity, resilience, and relentless pursuit. In their darkness there is purpose, in their silence there is strength. The night is alive, and its guardians are always watching. In the theater of the wild, survival often hinges on the ability to blend in. Camouflage, a masterpiece of evolution, serves as both shield and sword for creatures across every corner of the earth. For predators, it is the art of becoming invisible to stalk their prey. For prey, it is the lifeline that keeps them hidden from hungry eyes. In the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, the clouded leopard melts into the dappled sunlight that filters through the canopy. Its smoky, irregular spots mimic the shifting shadows of leaves, allowing it to move undetected among the branches. Each step is calculated, each pause perfectly timed, as the leopard becomes a ghost among the trees. On the forest floor, the leaf-tailed gecko takes camouflage to the extreme. Its body is shaped and colored like a dead leaf, complete with veins and jagged edges. When motionless, even the sharpest predator's eye struggles to distinguish it from the littered ground. This illusion is its armor, a silent defense against both predator and prey. In the grasslands, the tawny coat of the cheetah serves a dual purpose. While stalking, its spotted pattern breaks up its outline in the shimmering heat, masking its approach. When the chase begins, speed becomes its ally, but until then, invisibility is its greatest asset. Beneath the surface of the ocean, camouflage strategies are even more astonishing. The cuttlefish, a master of deception, can instantly change its skin's color and texture to match coral, sand, or rock. Ripples of color flow across its body, rendering it all but invisible as it glides toward an unsuspecting shrimp. Even the flatfish, lying motionless on the seabed, shifts its hues to become part of the ocean floor, evading both predator and prey. In the Arctic, the snowy owl and the polar bear wear winter's camouflage. Their white fur and feathers merge with the endless expanse of snow and ice. For the owl, this means approaching lemmings unseen. For the bear, it is the silent stalk across frozen wastelands, each movement masked by the pale landscape. Camouflage is not merely a physical trait, it is a living, breathing strategy shaped by the demands of habitat and the watchful eyes of both hunters and hunted. It is the pattern on a butterfly's wing that mimics a leaf, the stillness of a praying mantis masquerading as a twig, the shifting skin of a chameleon blending into the foliage. Across continents and climates, these strategies form an invisible web of survival. Every pattern tells a story of adaptation, every color a response to the challenge of living unseen. In this silent contest of hide and seek, the wild reveals its greatest illusionists, creatures who vanish in plain sight, reminding us that in nature, what we see is only half the story. Deep within the emerald labyrinth of the rainforest, shadows move with silent purpose. Here, beneath the towering canopy and tangled vines, apex predators reign, each uniquely adapted for dominance in a world teeming with life and competition. The jaguar, the rainforest's most formidable feline, prowls the undergrowth with silent paws. Its rosette-patterned coat provides the perfect camouflage amid the dappled light, while muscular limbs and powerful jaws allow it to ambush prey with astonishing force. Unlike other big cats, the jaguar's bite is uniquely adapted to pierce the skulls or shells of its prey, from capybaras to armored turtles. It is a solitary hunter, relying on stealth and strength to maintain its place at the top of the food chain. Above, in the dense canopy, the harpy eagle soars, a master of aerial ambush. With talons larger than a grizzly bear's claws and powerful wings built for maneuvering among branches, this raptor specializes in hunting monkeys and sloths. Its keen eyesight spots the slightest movement, and its silent descent is swift and deadly. The harpy eagle's presence helps control populations of arboreal mammals, maintaining the delicate balance of the treetop ecosystem. On the forest floor, the green anaconda, one of the world's largest snakes, glides through murky waters and tangled roots. Its olive-green scales blend seamlessly with the riverbanks, and its immense strength allows it to constrict and subdue creatures as large as deer or caimans. Patient and elusive, the anaconda is both predator and guardian of the rainforest's waterways, keeping prey populations in check. In the shadows, the bullet ant patrols in swarms, their potent venom capable of deterring even the boldest of intruders. While small in size, their collective power makes them a formidable force, defending their territory with relentless aggression. Even the tiny poison dart frog, clad in brilliant hues, wields chemical weaponry. Its skin secretes toxins potent enough to repel or even kill predators, a warning sign to any who would dare cross its path. These apex predators shape the rainforest in subtle but powerful ways. By controlling prey populations, they prevent overgrazing and ensure plant diversity. Their presence triggers a cascade of life, from the smallest insects to the tallest trees, each interconnected in the web of survival. In the rainforest, survival is a constant contest, and the top predators are both rulers and stewards. engineers of balance in a world where every life matters. Their unique adaptations are a testament to the relentless ingenuity of evolution, and their continued existence is vital to the health of these ancient, vibrant forests. Beneath the shimmering surface of the world's oceans lies a realm both alien and awe-inspiring, a blue expanse where survival depends on mastery of the hunt. Here, underwater predators have evolved astonishing adaptations, each perfectly suited to the challenges of the deep. The great white shark, a living legend, glides silently through open waters. Its streamlined body and powerful tail allow for bursts of speed, while rows of serrated teeth can slice through flesh and bone. Guided by an acute sense of smell and the ability to detect the faintest electrical signals, the shark tracks its prey, seals, fish, and even rays with unerring precision. Ambush is its favored strategy, exploding from below in a sudden, devastating strike. In the twilight zone, the giant squid lurks, a phantom armed with tentacles lined with powerful suckers. Using jet propulsion, it maneuvers through inky darkness, ambushing unsuspecting fish and crustaceans. Its large, sensitive eyes pierce the gloom, detecting even the faintest glimmer of movement. The squid's agility and strength make it both hunter and hunted, locked in a perpetual struggle with deep-sea adversaries. Closer to coral reefs, the barracuda reigns as a lightning-fast predator. Its torpedo-shaped body and razor-sharp teeth are built for chasing down smaller fish in explosive bursts. Using stealth and speed, the barracuda can strike before its prey even senses danger, a flash of silver in the kaleidoscopic reef. Camouflaged against the ocean floor, the octopus is a master of deception. With skin that shifts color and texture, it blends seamlessly into its surroundings, waiting patiently to ambush crabs, shrimp, and fish. When threatened, it releases a cloud of ink, vanishing into the shadows. Its intelligence enables complex hunting strategies, from opening shells to setting ingenious traps. Above the reefs, the sailfish cuts through the water with unmatched agility. Its long, slender bill stuns schools of fish, while its sail-like dorsal fin corrals prey into tight groups. The sailfish's speed and coordination make it one of the fastest predators in the sea, a marvel of predatory evolution. These underwater hunters are vital architects of oceanic ecosystems. Their relentless pursuit of prey keeps populations in balance, ensuring the health and diversity of marine life. In the endless blue, every adaptation is a response to the ceaseless contest between hunter and hunted, a dance as old as the sea itself. In the world beneath the waves, survival belongs to those who master the hunt. Here, the deep's most formidable predators shape the fate of oceans, their presence a testament to the enduring power and mystery of life underwater. Across every ecosystem, from the sunlit savannas to the shadowy ocean depths, a silent contest unfolds, a perpetual game of survival between predator and prey. This is the balance of power, a dynamic relationship that has shaped the evolution of life on Earth for millions of years. Predators and prey are locked in an evolutionary arms race. As predators develop sharper teeth, keener senses, or faster reflexes, their prey respond with their own adaptations, camouflage, speed, armor, or even toxins. Every advantage gained by one side is met over generations with a countermeasure from the other. Gazelles on the African plains have evolved to outrun cheetahs with bursts of speed and agile turns, while cheetahs have become the fastest land animals to keep pace. In the Arctic, the white fur of the Arctic hare helps it blend into snowy landscapes, while the keen-eyed Arctic fox refines its stalking technique to catch its elusive quarry. These interactions fuel biodiversity. When predators target the sick, weak, or slow, they help maintain the genetic health of prey populations. By keeping herbivore numbers in check, predators prevent overgrazing, allowing plant communities to thrive and diverse animal species to coexist. In the oceans, the presence of apex predators like sharks maintains the balance of entire marine food webs, controlling the populations of mid-level predators and supporting the health of coral reefs and seagrass beds. Sometimes the balance tips. If predators become too scarce due to disease, environmental change, or absence of natural enemies, prey populations can surge, leading to habitat destruction and collapse of the ecosystem. Conversely, if prey disappear, predators face starvation and decline. Stability emerges only when both sides coexist in a dynamic equilibrium, each shaping the fate of the other. This intricate dance between hunter and hunted is the engine of natural selection. It drives the evolution of new traits, behaviors, and strategies, fueling the endless diversity of life. The balance of power is not a static state, but a living, ever-changing force that sustains the wild world. In every corner of the planet, predator and prey are bound together, each dependent on the other, each essential to nature's grand design. Their struggles, victories, and defeats are written into the fabric of every ecosystem, a reminder of the profound interconnectedness of all life.